Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today I'm doing an easy meal for 3 people. I'm making cabbage and meatballs with jacket potato. So I've got some olive oil in the pan already. I'm just going to start by heating that up. I've pre-chopped a full onion and half a cabbage. So the cabbage is from a previous shop, possibly nearly 2 weeks ago now. And the meatballs you would have seen in my last haul video. So everything I use today, I've bought really cheaply from the Food Initiative. So for example, this bag of meatballs, already I've taken 32 out. I've cooked 16 ready for this meal.
24, 3 inches.
Sorry. I've done 24 in this bowl ready, and I've got 16 in jars. So the rest of these meatballs will be canned into jars. I'm going to do them in a 2-person jar filling, so there'll be 16, 8 apiece in each jar. And I've got 3 more further bags of these. But today we're concentrating on meatballs and cabbage. So as I say, I've just put the oil on. I'm now popping in the onion. I'm also going to add to that a couple of teaspoons of basil, a tablespoon of garlic powder, if my hands will work. I'm going to cook that all off together first. I want to cook in the flavours with the oil from the beginning, so that's why I'm adding it all in with the herbs at the beginning with the oil. It's not so bad when you're using garlic powder in the oil. It doesn't burn quite as much as a fresh garlic would. I always tend to leave adding the fresh garlic until your onions fully cooked through. So I'm often asked on the channel in the comments, what meals do you actually make from the shopping you buy in your haul videos. This is a classic of what kind of videos we make. So I thought about this week, and I'll start doing it on a more regular basis. I have taken 3 pictures which we'll insert in the video. So one is just a quick lunch, cheese twists. One is an evening's meal, the ploughman's lunch, absolutely delicious, and we've had that on quite a regular basis. With the thick pork pies we managed to buy from the Food Initiative a short while ago. It's been delicious. We don't have much of it left, so we're eking it out slightly. And another meal of the photograph I've got to show you is, so it's some minced beef with thick noodles, courgettes, onions, peppers, and a tomato-based sauce, which is absolutely delicious. These meals we have with good quality bread. So we normally have, with just seen my hauls, good quality ciabattas and different styles of bread that we can lean on to have. That adds to a good tasty meal, really, along with any condiments we choose to use. And we're quite hot on the chutneys at the moment, especially things like Branston pickle, etc. So I'm going to add in the cabbage now. Just want to break it down a little bit more. I'm afraid to get my hands in. I've done a couple of cabbage meals already, People always ask me what else they can do with cabbage. I think some people are a bit afraid of cabbage, how to incorporate in meals, or whether family members won't actually eat it. So at the side there, you probably just heard Mr. Wallflower stirring the stock. So we've got a stock cube here, and we've got a Lisa. We've made it up to a Lisa. And we've just add all them in together. Now, just going to make sure it's fully immersed. And I'm just going to pop the lid on, and we'll probably leave that for 20 minutes to absorb all the juices, all the flavours, etc. As I say, my cooker's not the cleanest at the moment, but as I say, we've got the 3 large jack potatoes in the oven ready. I've browned off basically the meatballs ready to use, and I've just got to wait for that to come together now for it to absorb some of the juices. So I'll come back to you when we're ready to put it all together. But how simple is that? I know I didn't make you watch and stand there while I did the chopping, but there wasn't much to it. It was literally half a small cabbage, which literally took a couple of minutes, and 1 onion. That was it. Just a very simple, easy meal. I'd highly recommend it, and it's very filling too. Okay, I'll come back when this has all come together. So whilst we wait for that cabbage and meatballs to cook through, just off camera, I literally added the meatballs into it, which I forgot on camera. So here you can see 2 cheese twists on a plate. I had these for breakfast yesterday morning. I literally put them in the oven to heat up for 2 minutes and served them as breakfast. They were absolutely delicious. Now, in the halls, you often see us get lots of free bread. You might think, well, what are you going to do with all that free bread? We freeze some, but we do have tasty bread with most meals. Mr. Wallflowers and Oscar like a lot of bread with each meal. I pick and choose which ones I have bread with. Now on this lunch, you can see we have a big ploughman's lunch, a nice big slab of pork pie, which is absolutely delicious, a really large salad, a sausage on the side, some chutney, and a nice bread roll. Now this meal is very filling, very tasty, and we've enjoyed it absolutely thoroughly each time we've had it. I'm hoping those pork pies turn up again, because I would really like to pick some of them up. We have had this meal a few times, and we'd like to keep having it in the future, wouldn't we? Yeah. Coming up next, you will see the salad here is particularly nice. We've got baby spinach, lots of different leaves, and again, you would have seen me picking those up again at the food initiative. Everything here on that place, the pork pie, that's 1/6 of a 50p portion that I paid 50p for. So that costs 10p that slice. That whole meal there has cost less than £1. The next night's evening meal here is minced beef with courgette, peppers, onions, and a tomato-based sauce. Now this was piping hot, full of flavour, lots of garlic. There was paprika in this, which heated it up a bit more. And again, we had a ciabatta roll with this one. It was really tasty, really filling, and 1 bowl full up was more than sufficient. So I'm quite happy with the meals we have from the food initiative. They're actually quite luxury. We're not struggling, they're not poor meals. We eat very, very well from what we get from the food initiative. If you'd like to see more images like this of what we actually eat on a daily basis, breakfast, dinner, and our evening meal, we don't always eat a breakfast and a dinner. Occasionally, but not often. Usually we combine breakfast and lunch in one. Normally a evening meal is our big main meal of the day, and any snacks I can include as well. Just let me know in the comments. I'm happy to share them with you. We are creative. We do put different meals together, but they're always tasty and enjoyable. Okay, so whilst waiting for it to cook, I actually added a tablespoon of mashed potato, and the reason I've done that, I always keep it real on the channel. Towards the edge, you can actually see my error. I've added too much oil at the start of the process, so I don't know if you can see that, but I can. There's actually too much oil in it for my liking. Not everyone might feel the same, but for my liking, it's too oily. So I added a tablespoon of the mash. I'd put the meatballs in, and I've added a little drop of milk and some of my whole grain mustard. I'm still not happy with the consistency of it because that little bit of oil at the back is still showing. I hope it shows up on camera. So another thing I buy in my hauls is these croutons. And what I'm going to do now, it won't affect the flavour in any way. These are cracked black pepper and sea salt croutons. And I'm literally just going to add them to the mixture. And I don't need to correct my own faults. I don't need critics, you know. I'm so critical to myself that I show all my faults. So those croutons will absorb more of the liquid. Hopefully absorb that little bit of oil that I don't like the look of. I remember when I was younger, I don't know if I'd done it or someone else had done it and actually drawn on a wall with pencil. And my dad come out with a piece of bread and he scrunched the bread all together, just normal sliced bread. And he scrunched the bread all together and he wiped the wallpaper with it like a rubber to clean it. And it was because the pencil mark was greasy that the bread was able to absorb it. And that's what's given me this idea to add the croutons to get rid of the oil. And hopefully it not only absorbs the liquid, but it literally absorbs that drop of oil too much that will ruin it for me. Mr. Wallflower's tastes it and he loves the flavour of it, but as I say, I'll always show the faults if there's any. Like that's dried up, I don't want to keep it on the heat, so I'm going to remove it from the heat. And I can't see any oil around the edges that I was pointing out. So I'm quite happy with that. So over here on the island, the jacket potatoes have already been brought out of the oven. So I'm literally going to shift that tray onto this board as it's still hot. Let's move my big board out the way and hide my dishes at the back that I haven't done yet. I'll stop criticising myself in a minute. Right, I picked them up safely. Asbestos hands. And place one jacket potato on each plate. Take that out the space again. Let's just throw that back in the oven. We'll deal with that in a moment. And here, I'm literally just going to put an X in each jacket. Now, I've included Oscar in this meal and I've made enough for us all to have a whole meal each. But I'm going to leave Oscar's to one side and let him save himself afterwards because he won't eat the amount of cabbage and stuff that we're eating. He'll want it his own way. And you can see they've both got the bigger jackets I've got a lady size one. Okay, so let's bring over what we've got. So here you can see the croutons on top. Just put my glasses back on. See the meatballs, the cabbages. You can see everything there. And it smells delicious. Absolutely smells delicious. So I'm going to... Oh, I didn't add any butter to yours. I'm sorry. That's okay. Oh, I haven't even counted, have I? Let's see. How many have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take one off you. Shouldn't have been so honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've probably got 8 there, so I'll take a bit more of the cabbage. Seeing Oscar won't eat as much as the cabbage. And there we have it. Yours are sprawled out a bit. Right, do you want a fork? Do you want to taste it? Bernie hot mind. What would you like to taste? A little bit of everything. Shall I cut one of those meatballs for you? Give you a crouton as well. A bit of cabbage. Done her upside down for you, haven't I? With the steam coming off that. Asbestos, not.
Love it.
Yeah.
Say anything else.
So that's what we've got left in the pan for Oscar to make his own serving from. Mr. Wallflowers is all over his plate. Man looks quite contained. And Oscar's jacket left with some butter to serve himself. Okay. Oh, you're going in for second straight away, not waiting until we sit down? Oh, you're serving me. Off your plate as well? Delicious. That cabbage is gorgeous, full of flavour. It's absorbed absolutely every bit of flavour. The meatball is meatball, but the flavours are enhanced. A nice pork flavour in my mouth now, along with the cabbage, the mustard, and all the different flavours. It's absolutely delicious. Okay, as I say, quick and easy. And even if you have an accident, as I say, I put too much oil in at one stage, but I've corrected it and it's fine. And this is what we have to do along the way. But don't forget, like I just said, if you want to see more of the meals that we eat, or you just want to see a picture of it, please let me know, and I'm looking forward to share them with you. So I hope you do want to see them, really. Thanks for coming today. Please take care. Remember, you're loved, and the world's a better place because you're in it. Bye, love.